huge explosion now, raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way.
I thought I lost him.
Oh my God, my mom works at the Trade Center.
Saving our brothers and sisters down at Ground Zero.
We might have a hijack over here, 2 of them.
There was literally an impact on the building that you could feel, and the building lunged in one direction.
Everything was covered with gray soot, ash.
You got to think about it in pre-9/11 terms. You have no frame of reference that anything like this could possibly happen in America.
And that day certainly showed it can.
All we did was be directed to go into the piles and start to dig. Because at that point in our minds, we felt that we could save some people.
My father's a New York City firefighter. And luckily, he was not on duty that day. My father lost 343 of his brothers that day.
I called my boyfriend at the time, who was living in New York. He took some pictures standing on a corner where you could see 2 towers standing, and then 1 tower standing, and finally, no towers standing. The phone rang for us later that day, and he was okay. For many people, that was not the case.
I hear from my mother's husband, he has not heard from her. Unfortunately, we never did hear from my mother. She wasn't found. It wasn't until years later that even a partial remain of a pinky bone was found.
I do remember our parents were freaking out because Charlotte is a big financial place, and in the news reports started talking about Charlotte possibly getting attacked too.
My mother and my brother were very worried because the communication was down.
I'm watching TV and the tower falls. I didn't know where he was. Like, my heart just sank.
I used to be able to see the Twin Towers from my parents' bedroom window. So all of a sudden, New York City skyline was changed.
You know, obviously travel was never the same again.
People on the 20 don't know about 9/11. They don't know about going to the airport and going to the gate and seeing your relatives off.
I've always grown up with, you have to go through security when you get on an airplane. It is hard to talk about change for me because I really have been used to it my whole life.
Although we remember the tragedy and horror that happened that day, it's also the day I celebrate the birth of my babies.
I just wrote about how television had come of age in its instantaneous reach to both inform and stun and lead a nation in mourning.
In the immediate aftermath of the attack, the country really did come together.
You know, we were going to New York to play the Mets, shortly after that. You know, you go out for the national anthem and you just kind of look around and you see grown men tearing up.
There were offers of coming to Friday prayers, and they did, to act as a barrier or as a shield against anybody who might want to do us harm.
The coalescing of folks around each other, unfortunately, was pretty short-lived.
My father, a U.S. soldier, was often deployed to Afghanistan for reasons I was too young to understand.
We knew our dad was going to have to deploy. He would end up going to Afghanistan not once, but twice.
No one speaks, no one moves, but we are gasping for air.
American forces brought some hope for the future.
The America I experienced post 9/11 was one that put people in boxes.
Misty morning teardrops of dust choke and stain lips that do not move.
My advisor tells me it's best if I go home. I must have forgotten that I was Arab and Muslim.
As I was going to study overseas to continue in my studies at the Cordoba Institute, when I came back, I found myself on this terror watch list.
There was a lot of fear among Muslims living in the U.S. We had been seeing stories of backlash, of Muslims being attacked. Some Muslim women removed their headscarf out of fear of being accosted. I remind students that this is not the first time and we are not the first people
to experience something like this.
Students feel like it happened so long ago.
What's your sense when you read it? Is it this a significant event as it is for us, or is it just another event in the trajectory?
Definitely not, and I don't think that's really possible just because of the scale of life that was lost.
I remember thinking if anything bad happened, I wouldn't be here, and like Mom would have a different life, and all of our family would have a different life, and everything would have been a lot different than it is now.